Well, happy Friday. What is the date today? September the 16th. We are officially 100 days away from Christmas. We'll get to that in a moment. Talk a little bit more about that. While we're waiting on folks to join, Cooped Up is my website. Be sure to visit that anytime you want to check out what's going on. I'm Cooped Up is my handle in all the social places. Would love a follow wherever you watch or wherever you are. Instagram in particular would be great on that one. And then wherever you watch or listen to this, be sure you click on the bell, the subscribe button, whatever, so that you never miss a minute. These Cooped Up Lives are aired here on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, as well as rebroadcast on all of the major podcast platforms in audio format. So you can subscribe and never miss a minute of what's going on. Still live? Sorry about that. I am back. But I don't know if y'all are there. Hey, Mama, are you there still? Okay, I don't know what's going on. Technology in me. I tell you, technology in me. I'm going to have to clip the beginning of this episode before I post it online. I don't know what's going on. Everybody. So, yay, I'm back. Yes. I don't know if y'all could hear me, see me, what was going on. For some reason on my end, it logged me out. And then when I logged back in, it said I was still there. So, hi, Angela. So anyway, okay, well, let's get rolling. So today is September 16th, which means, so first of all, it's Mexican Independence Day. 16 de septiembre. I think I said that right. But more importantly for me personally, not more importantly overall for me personally, we are officially in the final stretch to Christmas time. So 100 days from today will be Christmas, which means that's not even the most important part of it. 100 days to Christmas means it's about 50 days before decorations start to go up. Yes. I'm that person. I'm the reason that people like me are the reason why the stores already have their Christmas stuff out. I've already started buying ornaments. Right now, I try to buy things on sale. I try to buy things at discounts, but there are certain things that I know that they're going to sell out if I really want them, like certain Christmas items. If I know that I want it, this is the year for it, I just buy it full price. I don't even try to get the discount because I want it. I don't want to risk not being able to get it. And so I've started doing that already. But in 50 days, yeah, Matt's saying don't sell yourself short. It's actually, I think it's more like 47 days. I can't remember what the actual number is. 50 sounds more round though. So I will already have started getting stuff out prior to that. 50 number, 47 number. Hey Google, how many days is it until November the 1st?
November 1st, 2020.
46 days. Okay, 46 days. So in 46 days, on November the 1st, all of my stuff will become publicly visible. Let's put it that way. So trees will start getting slid into windows. Lights will get turned on. The lights will already be on the house by then, for sure. They'll start getting turned on. The reindeer, I really would like them to be up then. I have these like 30-foot reindeer that go in the front yard, but we'll see. Yeah, I was just getting to that, Angela. Yes, I have a 30-foot reindeer, and then I have the Same reindeer, but it's not upright. It's feeding, and so it's 30 feet long. Basically, it's huge. It's huge. Iconic. Everyone in the neighborhood knows. They'll say, "Where do you live?" And I'll say, "Oh, here, 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 here." I was like, "The house with the big reindeer." Oh, that one. Yes, the reindeer will be erect. Yes, Blake. I almost stopped by and saw you today. I was driving down Oak Lawn. Blake works for the Floor and Decor Studio, and they just had their grand opening 2 years after they opened because they opened during COVID. And I saw the balloon arch and all of that. But that traffic right now in front of your studio, where they have the road closed to one lane each direction, is crazy. And I was like, I'm never going to get out of here if I stop. So, and I have like 10 minutes. But I did think about you. Slide those trees into the wind. I know. So I technically already have a tree up in my house. I'm not going to lie. I have a tree that never came down. It has now been up for maybe two Christmases ago. It is so big. It's in our family room, which is just right on the other side of this wall. It is the only room it can go into. It no longer fits in the storage space. Well, we no longer have the storage space where we used to keep it because we turned it into one of the kids' bathrooms 2 years ago, or right before the pandemic. Maybe it's been up the whole pandemic. I don't know. Now I'm getting scared about that. But it's not decorated. But it is still plugged in. And when we turn on the lights in the family room, it comes on, and it makes me very happy. So I have no shame with that. But so that'll be the first to start to get decorated. I might as well just start now, right? I mean, come on. Let's talk. Let's real talk. Stores bought extra early to be prepared for Christmas. Yes. And everyone is, this is one of those things where I think that Christmas season is going to be one of those tests to find out if people actually think we're in a recession. Because I'll tell you, I have been shopping. I have been to Target. I have been to Grapevine Mills. I've been all these different places. And I'll tell you, they've been crowded. And at an airport, crowded. Everywhere, crowded. So I don't know. Blake, are people still buying tile? I assume they are. But yeah, so I think that we are going to have a big, big Christmas display this year as well. I'm debating. It's been years since we had a Christmas party that was like open to the public. We've had like work group Christmas parties, that sort of thing. But I'm thinking this might be the year again. What day of the week is December 14th on? That's also my birthday. And that is normally, we usually try to do it around December 14th is on a Wednesday, so we will not be having it on my birthday. We're not Wednesday party people. We have giant paper stars we keep up all year. They give a cozy feeling to the living room, Jackie is saying. Well, and yeah, you can write it off as being Swedish, right? Or is it I think it's Sweden, right? Yeah. So, yes. Oh, and they got a huge wood order. I assume that you're talking about like wood tile. That's awesome. By the way, did you see this right here, little guy? I got a little visitor right there. Starting about 2 days ago, this started popping up. At least it stopped hurting, and I have just been slathering it with all kinds of lotions and potions and motions of the oceans, and it's finally starting to go down. It's down now. It's still just red, but I was not happy about that. So, what else? So another big thing happening in my world is, and I cannot tell you all of the details yet, but I can tell you a little bit. I am rebranding my public relations firm, and I've told you this already a little bit before. It will be 20 years old in November, and it is currently named Cooper Smith Agency, named after me, a name I have not had for 13 years. I've been Cooper Koch for over 13 years at this point. And also, I just don't want it named after me anymore, because at some point I'm going to retire, sell it, whatever I want to do. And I just want it to kind of I don't want to have that burden that my name is on it anymore. Also, there's a whole bunch of baggage that goes with that. So I will tell you what we are naming it first. I will tell you, first public announcement. You're getting the inside scoop here, folks. So I'm renaming my company Multi-Story Media. And if you know about my PR firm, we specialize in media relations and social media storytelling. So we try to do everything with the storytelling vibe of trying to project spotlights, product launches, things like that. and we only specialize in building materials, commercial real estate, and commercial construction. So multi-story is storytelling, and everyone has a bunch of stories. I'm still refining the language around this, but everyone has many stories, multi-stories, and multi-story is also play on the words for like it's a construction term for like buildings that have a bunch of floors and stuff like that. And media, because we're getting into more and more stuff that is not just strict public relations. We're never going to get into paid media. We're not going to do advertising. Well, never say never. Well, under my watch, we're not going to get into advertising, but maybe more like podcasting and producing content and all that kind of stuff. And then I saw the logo. I'm not going to show you the logo yet, but I saw the logo for the first time on Monday. Was it Monday? Tuesday, whatever day it was, earlier this week. First time we saw it, I think it was Tuesday. And I am just over the moon excited about it. And I got all of the stuff today, all of the files. I paid for everything today. So we are ready to go with that. And of course, I'm looking at all the swag. And this is when the social media algorithms are the best. Like when you want to, like I'm looking for like stuff I can just put it on, sweatshirt or t-shirt or a coaster or, and not a coaster, but like notepads, all the things, all the swag, just to celebrate the name, right? Multi-story media. I like the alliteration, the logo, the mark on the logo. It looks like buildings, but they're also pages. It's like the icon for pages. It's so witty and so cute. I love it. And it's kind of like different colors. So it's kind of rainbowish, which is also wonderful, but not like overtly so. There's a lot of kind of like inside jokes on it, if you will. But anyway, so I'm looking and I look at like Vistaprint or Layton's in Business or those types of things. And then all of a sudden, all of my ads turn into shit I can put my logo on. And I am there for that. I need a budget line item for that. So I'm very excited about it. Here's one thing, though, that so one of the things that we kind of went back and forth on with the rebranding is what URL to use. Multistorymedia.com is taken technically, and it's by some writer in New Mexico who uses it. And I am fine with that because I think we are now in a day and age where you can do something a little bit more creative and people still get it. So our URL is going to be multistory.media because now there's all these extra extensions. There's .love, .co, .com, .biz, .agency, like if you could think of a word, there's like a dot something to it for the most part. But .media is one of them. So we're multistory.media is going to be the website. I almost thought about multistorymediapr.com, but that's so long and so many words. But here's one thing that has never changed about these domains as they have rolled out new domains. So, originally it was the .com, the .net, the .org, right? And the .gov, right? There's one thing that .net has always been trash. It has always been the wrong side of the tracks. It has always been the bad part of town. It has always been the cringe of the internet. That has not changed. I think that you could, so I literally told the designer, I was like, or the designer, brand consultant, that's what he's called, a brand. His name is Alexandre Bleu. He's very fancy. And it's like Alexander, but without an R at the end. Alexandre. I love it. He's so cute. But anyway, I was talking to him, and I was like, we're talking about URLs and all that stuff, because you have to think about that now when you name your business. And I was like, not .net. And he was like, God, no, not .net. No one is .net. Apologies if your website is .net, by the way. I'm not eating my foot. .net is like 972 to a 214 person. Yes. For those of you who aren't in Dallas, 972 is the so Dallas used to have only 2 area codes, and it was 214. Well, and it used to have just one, but when I moved here in the early 90s, it was 214, and that's pretty much if you lived loosely within the loop, the big loop, the 635 loop, the outer loop, if you will. It's not the outer loop anymore, but at the time it was. And then everything outside of that, north of that and east of that and south of that was 972. And that was kind of like if you were a 214 person, you were like, I'm a fancy 214 person. Oh, you poor 972ers. And then over the years, they have, and then Fort Worth was 817. It still is 817. I don't know. Does Fort Worth have new area codes now too, or is it still small enough that it's 817? But it's 817. The how many times can I say that? The funny thing though is they've now rolled out lots of new phone numbers. So we have like, is it 469 one of those? And actually, I don't know what all of them are. But it's become less of a stigma to have a non 214 because you can't. I don't think they even have 214 area codes anymore. I'm not sure you can get one without a lot of finagling, but still, no one wants the 972. It's like nope, not 972. Give me that 469 instead. Is it 469? I think it is. So, Jackie wants to know, are we going to have a t-shirt giveaway with all the fans who are here for the big news? Maybe. We need to get you the first dibs on swag. Absolutely. I'll do a personal delivery of that. So thanks, Zach. Love the new name. Blake loves it too. And Jackie's back to the Christmas thing. They would kick us out of Sweden if they knew that they kept those up, those stars up all year. They are all about non-breaking the social norms. Yeah, they're very obedient people, right? Like the Swedes. And this is the funny thing about like everyone compares like the US and they're like, well, a study shows blah, blah, blah. And it's always a study in fucking Sweden or Norway or somewhere like that, right? It's like, well, of course they're following the rules. They're like the most rules following people ever. And they're all the same race. They're all the same religion. They're all the same everything. So it's real easy to get people in line when they're all the same. But yeah, that's a whole other thing. What else? Okay, so I started to talk about this yesterday, and then none of y'all said you watched it. I'm going to talk about it now, even if you don't watch it. But Virgin River. Do y'all watch Virgin? Why did my thing just beep? Something just made a noise. Virgin River. Let's talk about that. The TV show. It's on Netflix, and basically, it is like a soap opera. It's kind of like The Bold and the Beautiful in the country, if you will. My friend Amy said something, actually pinned that phrase for me. But if y'all watch it, let me know. Give me your comments on that. So Todd has started watching the show, and it is all the rage on Netflix. It is the main thing Netflix recommends to Todd at the moment. I don't have very many shows like if it doesn't have RuPaul in it, or Phil Cohn from Amazing Race in it, it's probably not, or Jane Pauley from CBS Sunday Morning. It is not high on my radar. Oprah also. But Todd he just watches show after show. And Todd is one of these people, if he starts a show, be damned, he is going to finish it even if he doesn't like it. And he's just going to grow to like it. And so Virgin River, it's kind of like a Hallmark. It is a fucking Hallmark movie that never ends. That is the thing. So I kind of flit in and out of the room. And that's the right verb for it. Flit in and out of the room when Todd is watching all of these shows. And so he's sitting there watching it. And I'll miss like 5 episodes. This is what drives me nuts about the show. I'll miss like 5 episodes. And I'll sit down and I'm like, what happened? He's like, well, it's later that afternoon. It is the slowest moving show ever. There are people who have been pregnant for like 3 seasons. And it's this tiny little town. It's kind of like... it's filmed outside of, it's supposed to be in like the rural, wooded, Northern California, like the Redwoods area. It's actually filmed in Vancouver. It is stunning. The set is stunning, but the show itself, though, it's one of these little tiny towns. It has more crime than you would think per capita than probably like Detroit or New York City, because there's all these things. There's 12 people live in this town, and someone's getting robbed or some drug deal's going down or something. And it's not even that kind of show. There's always something like that. They need to be studied for the number of fucking miscarriages that happen in this town. I feel like everything, there's this one woman who's been pregnant forever, but everybody else is losing their babies, and it's not part of the storyline. Is it Cameron-esque? It is actually better than that. It is actual real some of these actors you recommend, you recognize from other things, but the acting is. I'm like, Todd, how are you watching this? The acting is so bad. I guess once you get past that, though, there's so many other things wrong with it, but it is gorgeous. They have They have their little restaurants, and their houses are all beautiful and so romantic. Like it's like a Hallmark movie, right? Like a Christmas Hallmark movie, but it's not Christmas time in this thing. And the other thing is they have the most insane like festivals. It's one of these towns where they have a peach festival, and where they have not a peach festival because they don't grow peaches there, but they'll have like a lumberjack festival, and they'll have this festival. They had in this last season, I think we're on the last season, um, is it is they have this Renaissance festival that is like the fucking nicest Renaissance festival you've ever seen in your life. The costumes are so elaborate. They're doing jousting. They're doing all of this stuff. And again, this town has like 12 people who live there, and there must be visitors coming into this thing. But yes, the lead guy played on Grey's Anatomy, and he's hot, hot, hot. Yes. So, that's the other thing. They have the best fucking hair on. I'm sorry, I'm dropping all the F-bombs today, but on the planet. Like it is. I'm like, okay. How do you have you don't have good access to prenatal care, obviously, but you have fantastic access to high quality hair grooming products. How does that happen? Yes, it's very Steel Magnolias like. Exactly. Or are you telling me that I'm Steel Magnolias like, well, or both? But yes, yes, like the festivals. Keep in mind there's like a 20-second delay between the time I say the words, y'all hear them, and then your comments. Sometimes I don't connect things as quickly as I would like. But yes, it's exactly like Steel Magnolias, where there is every episode there's some sort of festival, river festival, whatever. Yes. Jackie's saying, I hate that I cannot watch it because it's really boring. Is there a plot to it? It just feels like we're watching these people live and they don't have exciting lives. Aside from the hot guy getting shot or stabbed, just the drug dealers that are happening at the paper mill, or the not the paper mill, where they saw down all the planks and stuff of the trees that are growing around it. The lumber yard, not the lumber yard, but whatever it's called. The mafia that's there, and again, all of just the childbirthing issues. Like I'm like, holy moly. There was this one woman who left the show. Well, she went to go see her sister, and there was a hurricane that kept her from. It was so at the end of one season, she left to go. There was a hurricane in Charleston, South Carolina, and she went out to Charleston or near Charleston to be with her sister to take care of things and all of that. The next season started. Hope is this woman's name. The next season started, and Hope was not coming back yet because the hurricane. The whole fucking season, she was gone for the entire season. There may be some spoiler alerts here. She does not die. Let's put it that way. She comes back to the show, and it's as if she was only there during the hurricane and the immediate aftermath of that is how slow moving the show is. But everyone loves it. I don't personally. I don't hate it. But I'll come in again. I come in and I'll have Todd will start watching it. I will cook a four-course meal, finish it, we'll eat it. The TV will still be running. I will go in there and sit down and say, oh, I thought that happened yesterday. And he was like, it did. It did. So it is so crazy. So the COVID. Oh, is that what happened? COVID wouldn't let so the actress left and then got stranded in the United States and couldn't get back to Canada. Is that what happened? Oh, I have to look that up. Okay, Todd will be very happy to hear about that. Because both of us were like, was there drama? Did she leave the show? Was she threatening? Hey, and that actress, by the way, that plays Hope, y'all who watch it, is she from something else? Like and I tried to look it up and I cannot figure out what I know her from. In IMDb, I don't see it. I feel like she was in like Princess Diaries or something, like some kind of show from a long time ago, but like sort of famous. But yeah, anyway, that is crazy to me. I learned yesterday, I'm going to change topics. I learned yesterday via TikTok, I love the TikTok, that a new Whitney Houston movie is coming out, and it's called I Want to Dance with Somebody, and it looks great. Stanley Tucci plays Clive Davis, her manager, so it's like star-studded cast. It is probably going to be cheesy as hell. I'm sure it will be complete revisionist history because there's there's already 2 movies about Whitney Houston out already. One of them, she is a straight up mess. And then there's the other one that it should have been called Bobby because it's Bobby Brown had it made, I think, or was somehow involved in it. And he comes off smelling like a rose, and that she's the one who got him into drugs, which I do believe. I think she was a big druggie before him. But this one looks so good. Carrie and I were already like texting about it, and unfortunately, Carrie's going to be out of the country for the last 2 months of this year, so we won't be able to see it together. But sorry. I want to dance with somebody, though. I'm so excited about it. I actually listened. It made me go down a Whitney Houston rabbit hole today. I put her on this morning, and I actually was listening. I was singing in the shower, and I was singing "I Will Always Love You," and I fucking made myself cry in the shower singing that song. I kid you. I cry about Whitney Houston once a month at the minimum, probably more than that. Just like, she's gone. There's no more music from Whitney Houston. Yes, I am that gay. What else? File this under I don't count other people's money. That is one of my big mantras in life is I don't make a habit of counting other people's money. I don't care how you spend your money. If it makes you happy, as long as you are taking care of your family and all of that kind of stuff. And even then, it's not really my business. You may be saving your money. You may be doing whatever. There is a new fountain at Clyde Warren Park, which is this deck park in downtown Dallas that is very over the top. And they've opened this fountain that is like, it's like the highest shooting fountain in America, or maybe the world, but definitely the United States. And it shoots this into the air, and it's gorgeous. And it's one of the only fountains on the planet that you can actually play in and dance in while the show is happening. They somehow have it where you don't get blown up when they shoot these things, and they don't hurt. So people are dancing in it, and it opens at, or the show starts. It's open all the time, but the show starts at dusk, I believe, or right around dusk. And I think it's a 45-minute show. It is a long-ass light and music show. And it's choreographed and all that kind of stuff. And people are going, and it just started like on, I think they had a soft opening of it on Wednesday. Maybe, I think it's been like 2 or 3 nights that it's been on now. And it's over a highway because the highway dives under this park because it's a deck park. Some people are losing their minds about this shit. They're like, there's so many greater, and it cost $10 million, and it was paid for by private money. That whole park is paid for by private money, by the way. Maintained. The Clyde Warren Park Foundation pays for all the maintenance, operations, new construction, all these things, right? But people are like belly aching, like there's so many infrastructure things and homeless people and all this stuff that money could have gone to, but instead it's going to a fountain. How Dallas? And I'm like, you don't know what those people donate to. And you know what? I don't think I can donate money to fix potholes. Can you donate money to the city? And who would fucking want to donate money to the city? Even if it's earmarked for something. Like the Dallas Zoo used to be city run, and it's still city owned, but they turned it over to this nonprofit group, and everything, like donations blew up, all of that. It's like, so it's a fantastic zoo now. It was the worst before that. And so I'm excited to see it. I was thinking about going tonight, but I don't think we're going to make it tonight, but maybe tomorrow. Because I want to see it. Or maybe actually we should go during the week. The kids they have school next week, and then they're off the week after that, so we can stay up late. Maybe I'll do that. And so then that way we can see it, and it's not too crowded, because I bet it's going to be crowded this weekend. And then probably the most important thing I had to talk to you all about. So it's going to be, so I'm going to go over a little bit. I was on my walk this morning, and I do what they call naked walking, or walk naked. Does not have anything to do with clothing. It is where you don't listen to anything. I don't care. I don't wear ear pods. I don't carry my phone with me. I have my watch on me, but other than that, I'm observing my surroundings. I'm in my thoughts. I'm thinking about stuff, all of that kind of stuff, right? They call it walking naked, I think, is what they call it. The fitness buffs, now that I'm one of the fitness buffs. Follow me for more fitness tips. While I was walking and I was on the trail, and there was this big ass loaded dog shit sitting right next to the trail. And I was like, that's just gross. And of course it's gross. But it got me to thinking about dog poop. And that's what I thought about on my walk today while singing Whitney Houston songs. probably louder than I should have, but I started thinking about dog poop. And I have theories about dog poop that's left in public. And I have two parallel theories that I am wondering what y'all think is the real thing here. So doesn't it always seem that you notice the really big poop? Like the ones that are like big, like Labrador, like bigger than human poop, right? I was wondering, I was like, why does it not get picked up? Like I pick up I have 2 dogs. I don't take them on walks with me because they smell everything and all of that. I don't like walking with my dogs. I'll walk them leisurely, but on my 2 miles of power walking, I try to keep my pace within the 16-minute mile range. I think that's what that means on my watch, but always 16 is the first number, going and going and going. And with my dogs, that's impossible. But so I'm like looking at this and I'm like, okay, is it people with big dogs who are irresponsible? Are they gross? Are they just not picking it up because they're jerks, or it's so big and gross that they just don't want to, which also means they're a jerk. So that's my one theory, is it's only people with big dogs who don't do it. My other theory, which actually I think is the true one, and this is, I mean, how deeply I was thinking about this is, I think that most people don't pick up their dog poop. I do personally. I think most people don't pick up their dog poop. They're lazy, entitled, whatever adjective you want to use for it. But the thing is that poodle poop goes away faster. Little Chihuahua poop gets hidden in the grass, all of that. And that's why we only notice the big ones. What do y'all think on that? I lost a bunch of audience members with this conversation, so I'm wondering if this was not the topic to end the show with today. So I'm going to vamp a second, though, because I do want y'all to say something about that. And I'll look at the comments while y'all are doing that. You dead right now about literally this is what was bouncing around in this noggin this morning while I'm walking. I'm power walking. Got my pink shorts on, my black t-shirt, my pink shorts on, my bright blue shoes, going, thinking about dog poop. Yes. No trash cans. There are trash cans all over the golf course, all over the trail. That is not an excuse. Or at least wrap it up and set it somewhere. But no, it's just left on the side. And I've never thought that deeply about dog shit. I hadn't either until this morning. And then that's what my brain decided it wanted to think about today. So yes. So I actually think very few people do it. Like, everyone's a jerk. But the second theory is right. Yes. Chihuahua poop doesn't get picked up on Turtle Creek Boulevard. That's what I think too. People walking their dogs in my neighborhood let their dogs poop in my yard. I think it is so rude. They know I have gone out, so I am that person who will go out and be like, if I see someone poop in my yard, well, not someone. Oh, if I see someone poop in my yard, if I see someone's dog poop in my yard, I'll open the door and I'll be, pick it up. Busted. And the funny thing is, they know where I live too when I do that. So, all right. Well, on that shitty topic, I am glad I was able to reveal a little bit of the rebranding of my company today for y'all. And I can't wait to show you the logo and all the swag and all that kind of stuff. I'm excited. And that's probably this weekend. I'm going to be doing a lot of that. I got a lot of laundry to do. I need to get my black tie dinner situation pinned down. There's not going to be any wing in it. I need to have a dress rehearsal full outfit before that rolls up. So anyway, alrighty. Well, with that, I'm gonna say bye. I love you. It's important to know you are loved. I love that you watch this. Thank you so much for allowing me to have my daily therapy and just embarrass myself by saying I think about dog poop way too much. And I will see you next. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week on Monday at 4:30 for another episode of Cooped Up Live. Should I say? Talk to you later. Bye.